We move on now to the immigration crackdown. Venezuela is set to resume accepting U.S. deportation flights. This is after the Trump administration sent hundreds of Venezuelans to a notorious prison in El Salvador, and as the administration remains locked in a standoff with a federal judge over the issue. Here's ABC's senior White House correspondent, Selena Wang.
Tonight, Venezuela resumes accepting U.S. deportation flights, reversing course after the Trump administration invoked a wartime law from 1798 to deport hundreds of Venezuelan migrants with little or no due process. Those migrants now in a notorious prison in El Salvador. Venezuela's government saying, "We will not rest until we achieve the return of all those in need and rescue our brothers kidnapped in El Salvador." Those planes landed in El Salvador despite federal Judge Boasberg ordering them to turn around. The judge warning there will be consequences if he finds the Trump administration violated his order. But Trump's border czar Tom Homan defiant.
I don't care what that judge thinks as far as this case. We're going to continue to arrest public safety threats.
Homan refusing to explain how the administration determined the migrants were gang members, but confirming they will abide by the courts.
Well, sure. The bottom line is that plane was full of people designated as terrorists.
This as President Trump calls for the impeachment of Judge Boasberg, claiming he's biased. The administration will be in court on Monday to try and throw him off the case. Trump sharing this photo of Judge Boasberg with former second gentleman Doug Emhoff at a mock trial in 2022 with the caption, "Such a conflict of interest." But it's not unusual for judges to be with politicians at civic education events. And Trump himself was recently photographed with sitting Supreme Court Justice Neil Gorsuch in the Oval Office. As Republicans line up behind Trump, Democrats attempt to fight back. Leading the charge, 83-year-old Bernie Sanders and Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
We're not going to let you undermine the democracy that men and women in this country have fought and died for.
The pair drawing tens of thousands at rallies in Arizona and Colorado. Sanders speaking exclusively to our John Carl.
And we're not going to sit back and allow him to form an authoritarian form of society, undermining the Constitution, freedom of speech, freedom of assembly.
Selena joins us now. Selena, how might the Trump administration use taxpayer data in its immigration crackdown?
Well, Lindsay, sources tell us that the IRS is getting close to reaching an agreement with Immigration and Customs Enforcement to share data. So this would allow immigration officials to use sensitive taxpayer data to confirm the names and addresses of suspected undocumented immigrants. Lindsay?
All right, Selena Forrest from the White House. Thanks so much.